Hey guys, welcome back some more Heroes of the Storm. 11:10 here, and we have Lucio, baby. He's now on the PTR for testing, and boy, is he looking like he's fun. Check this out, wall ride. So, pretty much the exact same as Overwatch, really. Um, we've got Soundwave, which is his boop skill. As such, it does pretty decent damage when you're leveled up. Enemies are in an area backwards. Crossfade, so he's currently paying speed boost. That's the heal. Show you how much it heals for. At level 1, of course. And you can amp it up. You can shoot while he's moving, as you can see. I just wanted you to hear that sound effect for his speed boost. I love that track. And you can get some long range shots in if you start shooting as he's moving away. Particularly if the enemy starts moving in the opposite direction as well. So that's the crossfade between healing and speed boost. Then you've got amp it up, which boosts whichever song you're playing. See? So his talents. Also, you can see how many people are affected by his crossfade down here. So there's nobody in range. I would play a game, but there's like a 15-minute queue on the PTR right now to play Lucio. So we're going to just have to stick with try mode. So his talents, reset these. So I think I'd be going with some of the passive speed boosts. I think the speed boost is going to be an underestimated tool in HOTS because it's not something that characters have brought to the game before. It's a rare commodity, especially for group boosting. So we move together, 20% increase, or increase it to 20% rather, not by 20%. Got a quest here to permanently increase this amp it up bonus to 60%. Kill 5 enemy heroes while crossfade speed boost is active, so that's a little bit difficult to do. Wall ride increases movement speed, and nearby enemies increase your speed, so it makes it easier to get away from people. Let's go with we move together. I just love that. Next one up is subwoofer, which knocks them back further if they're closer to you, so a good defensive mechanism. Wall ride reduces the cooldown, and hit 20 enemy heroes with it increases its arc. I think is a potentially good one. So it's at my level. So let's go with this one. Here, party mix is quite good, playing crossfade for allies. So a total of 8 minutes playing your crossfade basically means 8 minutes of an ally in your area, and it will boost you by 25% range. I think that's huge. So that'll be something I'd be using potentially. But if you look at this, it's got a very competitive alternative here with Boombox. Boombox will just place one down here, so it gives you the same radius times 2. Go back to let's reset that, and I'll show you the other one. Boombox. So Boombox is an activatable skill, and you pop it down, and it will mimic what you're doing. So if you switch, it gives you both, but they do not stack. Do not stack. So you can leave a nice amped up heal behind for your friends if you feel that you need to GTFO, and it will give you twice the distance on your speed boost. You a little bit safer. Sound Barrier, which is his staple ultimate from Overwatch, gives you quite a nice shield, but it disintegrates or disappears quite quickly over time. His other ultimate is Reverse Amp, which makes his passive or his AoE crossfade inflict damage and slow their speed. So that might be a good pick. Apps that have a small radius for fights, maybe, I don't know. See how it works out. I like Sound Barrier. The other options then, when you come to 13, when you switch to a different track, you get a 325 point shield that lasts indefinitely, but you can only do it once per switch. Can't stop, won't stop. This makes you immune to roots and slows while you're doing this. Now, if you watch here, he can sometimes get stuck. This might be a bug, but if you look, he gets really slow. He gets stuck, so be careful with that. You could get yourself killed. I think it might be the way I'm doing it. Like if you move the mouse into the wall while holding down, he tries to run through the wall. You just keep it right alongside the terrain. He doesn't get stuck. But if I do this, he gets stuck, so be careful with that. He doesn't automatically just run along the wall. Well, he does, but if you click in behind it, he will get stuck, like so. Hard style, gain armor during wall ride and reduce damage. That's pretty cool. And this one's nice. It's really odd. You heal for 844 as soon as you get stunned, silenced, or enter a time stop effect. That's an interesting one. Almost a little bit of, I don't know, it's a different mechanic we haven't seen before, so that's cool. Now, the level 16 skill, Healing Boost, gives you a percentage heal. Multiple allies gives you an increased duration, and this is the reduced mana option. And basic attack reduces the cooldown, and then this is the blind enemies for 2.5 seconds. Here, blinded, up, heals for 101 per tick when you're at max level. Reduce Sound Barrier's cooldown using crossfade, so this is pretty cool. If you switch tracks while you're in the middle of Amp It Up, it'll reset the duration. Tough to get the timing on it. Again, you can only do it once. And removing stuns from all allies. This is a big competitor for this, I think. This is a reduced cooldown. So this one here would be pretty nice. Casting Amp It Up removes stun, slows, and roots. And that's not even just for speed boost, it's for either one. That's pretty nice. The last one then is, well, that is the last one. So I think he's going to be a huge character in the meta. I think passive healing is slightly weaker than Bright Wings. He doesn't have any globals, but he has huge potential when it comes to team fights in regards to chasing down those last two people who are trying to escape the fight they lost 5-on-3. You could do a complete team wipe with a nice speed boost. And you can see there how much speed boost you get out of it. A lot of utility, and I think it's going to take a bit of time for people to figure out how to play him properly, but I'm really hyped to get him going. I think he'll be out next week, next Wednesday. Unfortunate the queue times are so long to get a real game. But yeah, that's basically an overview of Lucio. Real quick, the rest of the patch notes. There wasn't too much apart from a complete rework on Murky if you're into Murky. Let's see here. There's a new World of Warcraft quest coming out, which will reward you with a mount in World of Warcraft, and a 10-day stim pack in Heroes of the Storm, plus a Flames of Judgment charger. That's going to be coming out soon until March 14th. Let me see here. So for heroes, yeah, Lucio obviously is what we just showed you. There's some new mounts. The Warbear comes back, Cyber Ram comes back. See here. The main thing really for classes is Murky. Murky's been completely overhauled. Now there's a little too much for me to go over Murky in this video. I'd encourage you to check out the patch notes if you want to see his complete reworking. I put a link to the patch notes in the description. There's a lot of smaller changes to a lot of other heroes. Falstad, Greymane, Ragnaros, Thrall, Valera, Zul'jin. They'll get some changes. Varian, Abathur, Murky, Nazeebo, Morales, Muradin, and Zarya all have changes to them. So check out the patch notes for those in-depth details. But this is Lucio. I'm super hyped to play him. Hopefully you guys are too. This might be the hero that brings me back into Heroes of the Storm on a more permanent basis. I thought Zarya would be that character, but it didn't quite work out that way. Lucio's the next chance for Overwatch, the Overwatch world, to get me back into Heroes of the Storm. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Check out Lucio. He is free on the PTR, but you can only use him in try mode. If you want to use him in the real game, you'll have to pay cash monies for him. Otherwise, he'll be out next week, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.